First contact in the deep. The signal arrived on a Tuesday. Dr. Samira Patel had been staring at the same data sequence for the past 6 hours, her eyes burning from the harsh glow of multiple monitors in the darkened control room of the Global Space Observatory. The facility, nestled high in the Chilean Andes, housed the most advanced radio telescope array ever constructed by human hands. The sequence shouldn't have existed. It was too perfect, too structured, too intentional. After 20 years of searching the cosmos for signs of intelligent life, Samira had learned to recognize the random noise of natural phenomena. This was different. "Director Reeves, you need to see this," she called out, her voice steady despite the trembling in her hands. The facility's director, Thomas Reeves, appeared at her shoulder within moments, his weathered face illuminated by the screens. "What have you found?" Samira pulled up the visualization of the signal pattern. "It's coming from HD 40,000, 307 grams, the super-Earth we've been monitoring. But look at the pattern structure. It repeats every 147 seconds, with variations that can't be explained by any natural phenomenon we know of." Reeves leaned closer, his expression shifting from skepticism to wonder. "Have you run it through the verification protocols?" "3 times. It's real. And there's more." Samira pulled up another screen. The signal contains embedded mathematical sequences, prime numbers, the value of pi, and what appears to be a response to our own signals sent decades ago. The news spread quickly through the scientific community, then to governments, and finally to the public. Humanity had received its first confirmed contact from an extraterrestrial civilization. Within days, the Global Space Observatory became the center of worldwide attention. Military personnel arrived to secure the facility, and the United Nations convened an emergency session to discuss humanity's response. Dr. Patel found herself thrust into the spotlight as one of the key figures in humanity's first contact scenario. The signal continued, growing more complex. Soon, it began transmitting what appeared to be technical specifications, designs for a quantum communication device that would allow faster-than-light communication. The implications were staggering. Dr. Rashid Kumar, the facility's quantum physicist, worked alongside Samira to decipher the technical data. "They're not just saying hello," he explained during one of their late-night sessions. "They're giving us the keys to join them in the stars." But not everyone welcomed the arrival of our cosmic neighbors. Protests erupted in cities worldwide. Religious leaders debated the theological implications. Military strategists warned of potential threats. The discovery had shaken humanity to its core, forcing us to confront our place in the universe. 3 months after the initial contact, the first visual transmission arrived. The beings who had sent the signal called themselves the Luminarch, and they were nothing like what humanity had imagined. They existed as patterns of pure energy, having evolved beyond physical form millennia ago. Their message was both thrilling and terrifying. We were not alone, but we were also not ready. The Luminarch revealed that Earth sat at the edge of a vast network of intelligent civilizations, but we had been deliberately isolated. Our species possessed something unique, something that had caused advanced civilizations to watch us with both fascination and fear. As Dr. Patel and her team worked to understand the implications of this revelation, strange events began occurring around the globe. Ancient structures started emitting energy signatures matching the Luminarch signals. Humans reported increasingly frequent instances of unexplainable phenomena. It became clear that our first contact was only the beginning of a much larger story. The truth about humanity's place in the cosmos was about to be revealed, and nothing would ever be the same. As Samira stared at the stars through the observatory's main telescope one night, she couldn't shake the feeling that we were standing on the precipice of the greatest discovery in human history, or perhaps our greatest trial. The signal that arrived on that Tuesday hadn't just announced the presence of alien life. It had started a chain of events that would reveal the true nature of human consciousness, our hidden potential, and the real reason why advanced civilizations had kept their distance for so long. As the first part of this cosmic revelation came to a close, Dr. Patel made a personal log entry that would later prove prophetic. We thought we were searching for them, but perhaps all along, they were waiting for us to be ready to find ourselves. The stage was set for humanity's greatest adventure, and the revelations that would follow would challenge everything we thought we knew about our species, our planet, and our place in the vast cosmic dance of consciousness and creation. The Silent Watchers. The truth emerged gradually, like a photograph developing in darkroom chemicals. 6 months after the initial Luminarch contact, Professor Naomi Winters stood in a newly discovered chamber beneath the Great Pyramid of Giza, her archaeological team frozen in stunned silence around her. The chamber walls pulsed with the same energy signature as the Luminarch signals, casting an ethereal blue glow across hieroglyphs that defied conventional Egyptian architecture. But these weren't hieroglyphs. They were star maps, showing technological achievements humanity wouldn't develop for thousands of years. "They'd been here all along," Naomi whispered, running her fingers across symbols that matched perfectly with the mathematical sequences received from HD 40,307 grams. Her research partner, Dr. Jae-Sun Park, carefully documented everything with a quantum imaging device developed from the Luminarch specifications. Back at the Global Space Observatory, Dr. Patel received Naomi's findings with growing amazement. Similar chambers had been discovered beneath ancient sites worldwide. Göbekli Tepe, Mohenjo-Daro, Teotihuacan. Each contained technology that had remained dormant for millennia, waiting for humanity to reach a specific level of development. The Luminarch weren't just making first contact, they were re-establishing an ancient connection. Director Reeves called an emergency meeting of the International Scientific Council. Representatives from every major space agency gathered in the observatory's conference room, their faces illuminated by holographic projections of the archaeological findings. The Watchers, as we're calling them, have maintained observation posts on Earth for at least 12,000 years, Naomi explained via video link from Egypt. But they're not the only ones. We've identified at least 7 distinct alien civilizations that have monitored human development throughout our history. The revelation sparked heated debate. If advanced civilizations have been watching humanity for millennia, why hadn't they intervened during our darkest moments? The answer came from an unexpected source. Dr. Ibrahim Hassan, a quantum consciousness researcher from the Geneva Institute, presented his analysis of the Luminarch communications. "They couldn't intervene," he explained, his voice trembling with excitement. "Human consciousness exists in a quantum state that makes direct interference dangerous, not just for us, but for them." The evidence was compelling. Each of the ancient observation posts contained devices designed to monitor human brain activity across vast distances. The Watchers hadn't just been studying our technological progress, they had been measuring the evolution of human consciousness itself. As scientists worked to understand these discoveries, unusual phenomena continued to increase worldwide. People reported spontaneous instances of telepathy, precognition, and other unexplainable abilities. The Luminarch signals became more frequent, containing warnings about an approaching threshold in human development. At the observatory, Dr. Patel and Dr. Kumar made a breakthrough in decoding the more complex portions of the Luminarch messages. What they found stunned them. Humanity's consciousness was evolving at an unprecedented rate, approaching a level that had destroyed other civilizations in the past. The Watchers hadn't been merely observing us. They had been containing us. "Think of it like a quarantine," Dr. Hassan explained to the UN Security Council. "Our consciousness has properties that make it uniquely volatile in the universe. We're approaching a point where we could either transcend our current form of existence or trigger a cascade failure in the fabric of reality itself." The ancient chambers began activating in sequence, creating a network of quantum resonance around the planet. The Luminarch revealed that these devices were part of a fail-safe system designed to prevent human consciousness from destabilizing local spacetime. But something was wrong. The failsafe system was responding to human consciousness in unexpected ways, amplifying rather than containing our cognitive evolution. The Watchers seemed equally surprised by this development, their messages taking on an increasingly urgent tone. As Part 2 drew to a close, humanity stood at a crossroads. The silent Watchers who had guided our development from the shadows were now faced with an unprecedented situation. Their containment systems were transforming in response to human consciousness, creating something entirely new. In her private quarters at the observatory, Dr. Patel recorded another log entry. The Watchers believed they were protecting the universe from us. But what if all this time they were actually protecting us from ourselves? And now that protection is failing, what will we become? The answer to that question would shake the foundations of not just Earth, but the entire galactic community. As the ancient chambers continued their mysterious activation sequence, humanity prepared to face the truth about its cosmic heritage and the terrible responsibility that came with it. Hidden in plain sight, the Mars discovery changed everything. Commander Yuki Tanaka stood motionless in her pressure suit, staring at the massive structure her team had uncovered beneath the Martian polar ice. The excavation lights revealed smooth, metallic walls that shouldn't have existed on a planet supposedly devoid of advanced life. "Mission Control, are you seeing this?" Her voice wavered as she transmitted the feed from her suit cameras. The structure bore the same quantum resonance signature as Earth's ancient chambers, but its scale was overwhelming. A facility larger than Manhattan, preserved in the ice for millions of years. Dr. Patel and her team at the Global Space Observatory watched the Mars transmission with growing amazement. The facility wasn't just similar to Earth's chambers, it was their source. Mars had once been a testing ground for the same consciousness-containing technology now activating around Earth. "The evidence is undeniable," Dr. Kumar announced to the assembled scientific council. "Mars wasn't just home to life, it was home to us. Or rather, what we were before we became human." The Martian facility contained records that redefined human history. Our species hadn't evolved naturally on Earth. We had been deliberately seeded there after a catastrophic event on Mars. But we weren't simple refugees. We were an experiment in consciousness evolution. Lieutenant Commander Marcus Bishop, the expedition's xenorchaeologist, made the next breakthrough. "These aren't just records," he reported, examining the facility's central database. "They're warnings. The civilization that created us was attempting something unprecedented, the development of a consciousness that could directly manipulate quantum reality." Back on Earth, the ancient chamber's activation had reached a critical phase. People worldwide reported increasingly vivid shared dreams, spontaneous knowledge of advanced mathematics, and moments of inexplicable connection with others. The containment system wasn't failing. It was completing its original purpose. Dr. Hassan's team in Geneva made the crucial connection. The Martian records describe a project called Quantum Genesis, he explained during an emergency broadcast. They were trying to create beings who could consciously influence the fundamental forces of the universe. But their first attempts were too unstable, too dangerous. Earth was designed as a controlled environment for a second attempt. Us. The Luminart messages took on new significance. They weren't just observers. They were the inheritors of the Martian civilization's legacy, watching over their creator's final experiment. Human consciousness had been deliberately designed to evolve in a specific way, protected by the containment system until we reached the necessary threshold. But something unexpected had occurred. The controlled evolution of human consciousness had produced capabilities beyond what the original Martian scientists had imagined possible. We weren't just learning to manipulate quantum reality. We were becoming something entirely new. At the Mars facility, Commander Tanaka's team discovered a sealed chamber containing preserved specimens of the original Martian species. DNA analysis revealed a shocking truth. They were physiologically identical to modern humans. We hadn't just been created by them. We were them, reborn through an engineered evolutionary process. The revelation sparked a global philosophical crisis. If humanity was a deliberately engineered species, Did that make our achievements less meaningful? Dr. Patel addressed this question in a powerful speech to the United Nations. "We are not less for knowing our origins," she declared. "We are more. We are the culmination of a grand experiment in consciousness evolution, but we have surpassed our Creator's expectations. Our art, our music, our capacity for love and wonder, these are uniquely our own." The ancient chambers entered their final activation phase. The Luminart warned that we were approaching a moment of transformation that would reshape our understanding of existence itself. What had begun as an experiment in consciousness evolution was about to yield results that would astound even its original architects. In the Martian facility, Commander Tanaka found one final message, left by the last of the original scientists. "To our children among the stars, when you find this, you will be ready to become what we could not. The universe awaits." The Great Deception. The morning the stars went dark, panic gripped the planet. One by one, the familiar points of light vanished from Earth's sky, replaced by an impenetrable void. At the Global Space Observatory, Dr. Patel's instruments recorded something impossible. A quantum barrier had formed around the solar system, isolating Earth from the rest of the galaxy. "This isn't the Luminarch," Dr. Kumar announced, analyzing the barrier's energy signature. "This is something else, something older." The truth arrived in a final transmission from the Mars facility. Commander Tanaka's team had activated an ancient emergency protocol, revealing the full scope of humanity's situation. The Luminarch weren't our guardians. They were our jailers. The containment system wasn't designed to protect us, Commander Tanaka's message explained, her voice tight with urgency. It was designed to protect them. The Martian civilization discovered something that terrified the galactic community. Consciousness could be weaponized. The evidence was devastating. The Luminarch and other advanced civilizations had conspired to restrict humanity's development, fearing our potential to manipulate quantum reality. The ancient chambers weren't activation points. They were control nodes in an elaborate prison system. But the prison was failing. Dr. Hassan's team in Geneva documented unprecedented spikes in collective human consciousness. People worldwide reported moments of complete unity, sharing thoughts and experiences across vast distances. The quantum barrier wasn't meant to keep the galaxy out. It was a last-ditch effort to keep humanity contained. Our creators embedded a failsafe in our DNA. Dr. Hassan explained to an emergency session of world leaders. If we ever reached this level of consciousness evolution, our combined awareness would trigger a quantum cascade, breaking any artificial constraints on our development. The Luminarch's true message became clear. They hadn't contacted humanity to welcome us to the galactic community. They had been trying to warn their fellow wardens that the containment was breaking down. At the Mars facility, Commander Tanaka discovered the facility's true purpose. "This wasn't just a research station," she reported. "It was a backup system." The Martian civilization knew their experiment would be discovered and contained. They built this facility to ensure that when we finally broke free, we would understand our true nature. As the quantum barrier strengthened, humanity began to change. The shared consciousness experiences intensified, revealing memories that didn't belong to our time on Earth. Knowledge of advanced technologies, understanding of cosmic principles, and most importantly, the truth about our purpose. Dr. Patel, working with teams worldwide, pieced together the full story. The Martian civilization hadn't been trying to create weapons. They had been trying to evolve beyond the physical constraints of the universe itself. Their experiments had attracted the attention of advanced civilizations who feared such evolution would destabilize reality. Rather than abandon their work, the Martians had encoded their knowledge into a new species, humanity, designed to appear primitive until the right moment. Every human achievement, every step in our development, had been carefully orchestrated to bypass the galactic community's restrictions. "We're not just their children," Dr. Patel announced in a global broadcast. "We're their legacy, everything we are. Our creativity, our resilience, our endless drive to explore and understand. These aren't flaws to be contained. They're tools for our transformation. The quantum barrier completed its formation, sealing Earth in what appeared to be a prison. Humanity began to understand. This wasn't our endpoint. It was our chrysalis. In the gathering dark, Dr. Patel made her final log entry. They thought they were containing us, but they've only succeeded in concentrating our power. Humanity isn't trapped in here with them. They're trapped out there with what we're becoming. The stage was set for humanity's final transformation, and the galaxy was about to learn why the Martians had been willing to sacrifice everything to ensure our evolution would succeed. The choice. On the seventh day of darkness, humanity awakened. The quantum barrier that had sealed Earth from the galaxy became a mirror, reflecting not light but consciousness. Billions of minds touched for the first time, sharing not just thoughts but the very essence of human experience. Every joy, every sorrow, every moment of wonder and discovery. It's not just a connection, Dr. Hassan reported from Geneva, his instruments recording waves of quantum coherence that defied known physics. It's a metamorphosis. We're becoming what the Martians envisioned, a singular consciousness capable of reshaping reality itself. At the Mars facility, Commander Tanaka accessed the final records of the Martian civilization. They knew this would happen. She transmitted. The quantum barrier isn't a prison. It's an incubator. Our isolation is protecting the rest of the galaxy from the energy of our transformation. The Luminarch's desperate messages now penetrated the barrier, their true nature revealed. They weren't just energy beings. They were failed attempts at the same transformation humanity was now undergoing. Their fear wasn't of our potential for destruction, but of our potential for success where they had failed. Dr. Patel, working with a global network of scientists, discovered the truth about human consciousness. We're not just connected, she announced. We're remembering. Every human carries fragments of the original Martian consciousness. In our art, our dreams, our inexplicable leaps of intuition, we've been unconsciously reassembling ourselves for millennia. The ancient chambers activated their final protocols, not to contain humanity but to guide our transformation. The knowledge of countless generations flowed through the collective consciousness, mathematical principles that could reshape space-time, technologies that could reorganize matter at the quantum level, and most importantly, the understanding of why the Martians had chosen this path. The universe isn't just physics and matter, Dr. Kumar explained, as humanity's shared consciousness revealed new layers of reality. It's a thought, a dream, a story waiting to be rewritten. The Martians discovered that consciousness itself is the fundamental force of reality. Everything else, energy, matter, even time, these are just expressions of cosmic thought. The choice became clear. Humanity could remain as we were, accepting the Luminarch's offer to join the galactic community as limited beings, or we could complete our transformation, transcending the physical universe to become something entirely new. But with that choice came a profound responsibility. The Martians' records revealed that consciousness evolution wasn't just about power, it was about understanding. The universe needed conscious beings to observe and interact with it, to give meaning to existence itself. The Martians had intended humanity not as conquerors, but as custodians of reality. In a moment of unprecedented unity, humanity made its decision. The quantum barrier began to dissolve, not because it was failing, but because we no longer needed it. Our consciousness had evolved beyond physical constraints, allowing us to perceive and interact with all layers of reality simultaneously. The Luminarch and other galactic civilizations witnessed something they had never thought possible. A species transcending physical form not through technology or force, but through the unified power of consciousness itself. Humanity hadn't just fulfilled the Martians' plan. We had surpassed it. We understand now, Dr. Patel shared in humanity's collective consciousness. We were never meant to be contained or controlled. We were meant to become the observers, the storytellers, the dreamers who would give meaning to the cosmic dance of existence. As Earth's sky cleared, revealing a universe more vast and beautiful than we had ever imagined, humanity emerged transformed. We had become neither gods nor monsters, but something far more important. We had become the conscience of the cosmos, the awareness through which the universe could know and understand itself. The stars returned, but we saw them with new eyes, not as distant points of light, but as parts of a grand narrative we were now equipped to read and enhance. The Martians' greatest experiment had succeeded beyond their wildest dreams, and humanity's true journey was just beginning. In the final moments of our physical transformation, a message echoed through the collective consciousness, not from the Luminarch, not from the Martians, but from humanity itself. We are the observers and the observed, the story and the storytellers. Through us, the universe dreams itself into being. And this is only the beginning.